The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name.
You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. And on that day when my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come, still my soul sings your praise unending. 10,000 years and then forevermore. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. Oh, I'll worship your holy name. Oh, I'll worship your holy name. The splendor of a king, clothed in majesty. Let all the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide, and trembles at his voice, trembles at his voice. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God, and all will see how great is our God. Age to age he stands, and time is in his hands, beginning and the end, beginning and the end. The Godhead three in one, Father, Spirit, Son, the Lion and the Lamb, the Lion and the Lamb. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God, and all will see how great is our God. Name above all names, name above all names.
Nous rendons gloire à Dieu qui accorde nos privilèges. Après-midi encore pour nous capables de réunir ensemble. And then I also would like to thank everyone and each of you pour le programme après-midi. So, nous souhaitons nous tous qui sont présents, bienvenue. Et nous pour commencer avec chant, nous mettons nous debout, nous chanter premier et dernier couplet dans le numéro 106 pour nous capables de commencer avec le programme. Vers toi monte notre hommage, Fils de Dieu, puissant Sauveur, qui demeure d'âge en âge, le refuge du pécheur. Loué soit ton amour, loué soit à jamais. Ton nom Jésus, ta gloire était non fait. Loué soit ton amour, loué soit à jamais. Ton nom, ta gloire était bien fait. Bientôt glorieuse attente, tu combleras tous nos vœux. Sur la nuit étincelante, tu viendras à nous des cieux. Loué, loué soit ton amour, loué soit à jamais. Ton nom Jésus, ta gloire était bien faite. Loué soit ton amour, loué soit à jamais. Ton nom, ta gloire était bien fait. Psaume 1er, heureux l'homme qui ne marche pas selon le conseil des méchants, qui ne s'arrête pas sur la voie des pécheurs et qui ne s'assied pas en compagnie des moqueurs, mais qui trouve son plaisir dans la loi de l'Éternel et qui la médite jour et nuit. Il est comme un arbre planté près d'un courant d'eau qui donne son fruit en sa saison et dont le feuillage ne se flétrit point. Tout ce qu'il fait le réussit. Il n'en est pas ainsi des méchants. Ils sont comme la paille que le vent dissipe. C'est pourquoi les méchants ne résistent pas au jour du jugement, ni les pécheurs dans l'assemblée des justes, car l'Éternel connaît la voie des justes et la voie des pécheurs mène à la ruine. Amen. Tendre Père Céleste, nous te disons merci parce que tu permets de nous passer une bonne journée sous ton regard protecteur. Et cet après-midi, nous avons nos privilèges pour nous retourner, venir devant face. Pardonne-nous de tous nos péchés, lave-nous dans le sang de l'agneau. Assiste-nous par ton Esprit Saint dans le moment que nous pourrons passer ensemble et préparez-nous pour nous capables d'apprendre, pratiquer et aider l'autre monde pour capable mieux vivre et mieux servir. Tandis que nous et bénis-nous de toutes sortes de bénédictions. Au nom de ton Fils Jésus, qui vit et demeure, dès maintenant et au siècle des siècles. Amen. Please, you may be seated. Nous mettons chita. Once again, nous disons merci. Thank you à tout le monde qui est avec nous après-midi. As you know, so, nous avons continué avec le programme matin. Nous avons avec nous Dr. Gonzalez qui pourra le faire présentation et puis après nous avons une opportunité pour nous capables de poser questions après présentation. So Doc, once again, we would like to thank you for coming. So at this time we're going to start with the few people we have, and I think most of them are coming later, but we are going to start right now.
It's a pleasure for me to have you here again this afternoon. Thank you for inviting me. And thank you for coming back. You know, it's not easy after lunch to come back to church.
Moi content encore pour me retourner venir joindre nous. Merci de ce que nous retourner. Et nous connaissons ça pas facile pour nous retourner dans l'après-midi après que nous finissons manger.
Let me ask you a question. How many of you really need translation?
Combien de nous qui vraiment besoin de traduction là? D'après poser même question. I was going to ask the same question. Only one, I would say. There is one.
So, who is the one that needs translation?
This young man.
Oh, this young man. Okay. Yeah, because she is very smart, you know. I would like to be like her.
Thank you.
It's not easy to understand me in English, and she understands me. I know that. Can you put it down a little bit?
It's okay. I think it's okay. Parce que m'boko même retirer ça. Comme chaud m'a retiré. So it's okay. So, but it's up to you since you're the speaker. It's up to the speaker. Yeah. See, when I get warm, I'm going to take the sweater off.
So in my department, my job in the conference, is to manage 3 different departments.
Job moi dans la conférence là, c'est pour me capable prendre soin de 3 différents départements.
One of them is stewardship.
Il y en a là c'est économie chrétienne.
In Spanish, mayordomía.
En espagnol.
Mayordomía.
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 Is that your church?
That is in Spanish, mayordomía.
Is that the Spanish for For stewardship?
Yeah.
Ah, dígame otra vez.
Mayordomía.
Mayordomía. Okay. That's the Spanish for economía ou bien management. Yes.
Trying to translate it in Creole.
That's what I heard too.
So when you say it in Spanish,
So when I came here to the U.S. and I had to send my report to the conference and said stewardship, my question was, what is this?
L'ai fait venir ici et puis m'te gen pour m'envoyer rapport par la conférence là dans économie stewardship me demander qui ça est.
So stewardship is the most important department in the church, but it's the less understood department in the church.
Économie chrétienne c'est département qui est plus important dans l'église là, mais c'est département qui que moins comprendre, que moins comprendre tout dans l'église là.
My doctor in ministry research was on stewardship.
Yo who?
My doctoral
Okay.
study.
Okay. So, doctorat
Research.
que le fait, étude doctorat que le fait, c'est dans stewardship que le fait.
But before that, before starting my doctoral study,
Mais avant que je fasse étude doctorat ça,
I thought that stewardship was only 2 books.
je pensais que économie c'était seulement 2 livres
And most of our pastors only know 2 books.
et puis pour monde c'est seulement 2 ça yo connaît.
Bible
Bible
and Counsel on Stewardship.
et on l'autre livre qui est les conseils à économie.
And that's it.
Et c'est ça seulement, je pensais que c'est 2 livres ça yo seulement, je pensais qui expliquait ça.
That is one of the reasons that when we tell the church that we are going to have a stewardship program, most of people run away.
Et ça fait, là, nous dit l'église là, que nous pouvons faire un programme sur l'économie, puis pour l'église là,
They go to another church
pas d'accord, ils plutôt aller dans l'autre église.
because they said they are going to come to ask for more money.
Parce que ça, ils pensaient c'est que c'est plus l'argent, ils peuvent demander. Yo.
And if you hurt the pocket of people,
Et,
if you hurt the pocket of people, you are broken their mind.
et sous moins poche moun, ou vraiment moins yo, côté yo pas vlo moins yo.
So it's very important that the church understands that stewardship have to deal with every aspect of life.
Donc, il est important pour l'Église comprendre que l'économie vient pour le voir avec tout aspect de la vie.
And gives you the tools to reach the community with a message that can teach them how to make money.
Et son outil pour nous capables de joindre à la communauté, arriver joindre la communauté pour enseigner yo comment ils sont capables de gérer l'argent. Yo.
First of all, because God said, if you are faithful, you will have money. That is what God is saying. I will bless you.
Parce que bon
10
Dieu
more
même
times.
lui dit, si vous fidèle avec l'argent, m'a béni sous fidèle avec moi.
But practically, because when you understand stewardship, you will do steps in your life, you will plan your life in the way that you will have money for you and to give away.
Mais si vous vraiment comprendre l'économie et si vous menez vie comme ça, vous gagnez plus l'argent, vous gagnez assez pour tête et vous gagnez pour capable et partager.
There are tools over there in the internet that is easy to show you how to make money.
Et grand pile bagay dans internet là qui veut montrer comment pour servir l'argent.
And remember, if your money don't work for you when you are sleeping, then you will have to work for money until the day that you die.
Échanger comme moi te dit matin, si l'argent pas travaille pour vous pendant que vous avez dormi, ou gain pour travailler juste pour mourir.
I like money. How many of you like money?
Moi j'aime l'argent. Combien de nous qui aiment l'argent?
No, it's not love, it's like, it's different. It's not love, it's like, you know. Why is the difference? Who love money, no, the Bible says who love money never will have enough.
Et au lieu de Jean de Rémy, créole là seulement dit un seul mot. Créole français, il y a un seul mot pour aimer. Mais anglais qui dit love versus like, si vous aimez l'argent, non état, non façon, ou ne doit pas jamais gagner assez.
Money has to be seen not as the end of the journey, of our journey, but as a tool to reach the end of our journey successfully.
Donc l'argent supposé c'est un outil que lié qui pour aider à arriver à destination, c'est pas destination que l'argent est lui-même.
My another department is SORF, Southern Union Revolving Fund.
Which one is that?
SORF, Southern Union Revolving Fund.
OK. L'autre département c'est que me la donne que me servi là-dedans c'est Southern Union Development Fund. Ça,
Revolving.
Revolving. Donc, ça est Southern Union du Sud Revolving Fund.
That deal like a bank.
Et ça, c'est tant qu'on banque.
So if you are investor in the Southern Union Revolving Fund, then you will have an account number.
Et si vous
Investor, if you invest in
si vous
the...
avez investissement dans Southern Union Revolving Fund, vous avez un account.
I'm the one responsible in the conference for giving you the number, the account number.
Et c'est moi qui est responsable dans la conférence là pour me capable ouvrir compte ça pour me capable account number.
But the money don't go through the conference. The money can go directly to the union. If you send the money to the conference, a check, we have to send it to the union.
Mais l'argent ça pas aller dans la conférence là, il pas arrêter dans la conférence là, il aller directement dans l'union.
It's a money that is secure.
Son l'argent qui sécure, qui est en sécurité.
99%, not 100% because nothing is.
Pas rien qui 100% mais 99.
But 99% is secure. You will have the money when you need it.
En sécurité jusqu'à 99%, l'on besoin l'argent ou a besoin.
So, why to invest in SORF?
Qui ça on doit investir dans
Most of the time, when you ask for a loan to build a church, to repair the church, to buy it and to construct the church, to buy the lot, construct the church, the money comes from the union.
La plupart des temps, les nous fait plan pour nous bâtir l'église, pour nous ranger l'église, l'argent ça sorti dans l'union.
If the money comes from the union, why then they charge interest to the church that ask for a loans when the church is sending the tithe to the conference?
Et question c'est que si l'argent c'est pour l'union, c'est dans l'union sorti pour why ask the question again, why?
Why is the loans come from the union and we are sending tithe to the conference? Why then have we to pay interest in the loans that come from the union?
Si l'argent a sorti dans l'union et l'argent nous c'est dans conférence là nous voyez pour qui ça nous gain loan nous obligé à payer intérêt.
I personally was upset with that.
Ça a été lui moi-même personnellement.
Until I understood
jusqu'à ce que je vienne comprendre
that the tithe that you send to the conference cannot be used to give loans to churches to build churches.
Jusqu'à ce que je vienne comprendre que dîme que nous voyons dans la conférence, yo pas capable servir avec yo pour construire l'église. Donc conférence là pas capable ba nous là-dedans pour construire l'église.
When you put your tithe in your envelope and you put tithe is only used to enhance or to preach the gospel.
Là ou
and gospel-related issues.
L'on prend l'argent et pour mettre le nom enveloppe dîme et pour mettre ces dîmes que lié dans la rubrique dîme, c'est seulement pour prêcher l'évangile que comme ça y est.
So where is the union money coming from?
Donc, question, c'est que côté l'argent, union a sorti.
People like us has to be members or institution of the a conference that conform the union, deposit money in that bank.
Il y a des gens qui déposent l'argent qui investi dans la banque ça.
So our 7-day Adventist investor that want to build churches and at the same time make money.
Donc, n'importe adventiste qui t'a remis aider dans la construction de l'église, mais en même temps qui t'a remis faire l'argent.
I have here in my phone all the data from Surf.
Moi, j'ai là dans le téléphone, moi, tout dollar de
The
$100
data,
de
the data
ça.
from Surf. So I know that there is a Haitian church. I had to review it, still is the same. That have more than $4 million in that account.
Moi, connais que gagne l'église haïtienne qui gagne plus que $4 millions dans le compte ça.
And they are making 4% monthly, no, 4% annually of that amount that is coming to the church.
Et yo fait 4% chaque année et comme ça qui censé fait comme pourcentage que yo gagné comme ça vient à l'église là.
In other words, the union is paying to that church $160,000 per year in interest.
Donc union a payé l'église à $160,000 intérêt chaque année.
I would like to be the pastor of a church like that, you know, that is receiving that amount of money every month,
C'est moi des pasteurs en l'église comme
every
ça.
year. But I'm not.
Mais c'est pas moi.
So, how the union can pay that church the $160,000 every year?
Comment l'église est capable de faire payer l'église et comment union capable de faire payer l'église à $160,000 chaque année?
Because there are churches, other Haitian churches that have loans for millions of dollars.
Et parce que gagne l'église haïtienne qui gagne loans or
That they have loans.
qui gagne loan qui prêtait milliards de dollars.
And they have to pay 6% interest
Et
for that loans.
il faut payer intérêt de 6%.
So the only way that the union can pay interest to that church in, I don't know where, I know where, but the pastor told me, the only way is that other churches are paying the interest, so the union can take that interest to pay to the investor.
Ok, c'est la seule façon que l'Union est capable de payer l'église que la paye $160,000 intérêt chaque année, c'est parce que lui recevoir intérêt de l'autre qui prêtait aussi. Pour
Why
ça,
6 and 4? Why is the union? Because there is money in the bank, in the union, and they have to pay the interest even when the money is in the bank. You got it? You have to have a reserve. For example, you have to have it, because if that church that have 4 million in the union, ask for the money, the union has to send the 4 million over there. So the church has to have a reserve enough to pay back to the church when they ask for the money. You got it? And they have to pay interest for the whole amount, the amount that is lent and the amount that is in reserve. You got it now? That is the difference. So, the union is not in the business of making money.
L'Union pas là pour faire l'argent, pour faire intérêt.
The union is in the business of building churches.
L'Union là pour capable construire l'église
And facilitate
et faciliter
this transaction. Churches with money can make more money instead of outside bank.
Donc l'église est capable de faire plus l'argent ou bien joindre plus l'argent au lieu qu'il y aller dans la banque qui dehors.
And churches with loans can pay less to the church than outside bank because commercial loans right now should be around 9% instead of 6%.
Donc, n'importe prêt que nous prenons de banque de yo, c'est au moins 9% intérêt qu'on va payer, mais avec Union, hein, c'est à 6% que lié.
When I came to my last church where I was a pastor,
Dernière l'église côté que moi j'étais pasteur,
the church had $220,000 in the union.
l'église a gagné $200,000 dans Union.
220,000.
$220,000.
5 years later or 6, when I started building the church in
Et 5 ans après ça, j'ai commencé.
when I started building the church, I asked for the money back.
5 ans après ça, j'ai commencé à bâtir l'église, moi demandé.
But instead of getting 220,000, I got 252,000.
Mais au lieu que je te remette moins 220,000, je te remette moins 252,000.
So the church made $32,000 more in interest.
Dans intérêt, l'église là te fait $32,000 en plus.
In other words, if you have money in the bank right now, you are losing money. You can put it in surf and make money.
Donc, si vous gagnez l'argent la banque, vous avez perdu l'argent, mais si vous mettez dans le compte Union, vous avez gagné.
If you as a person have $30,000 in the bank, in ACD it's okay. CD is giving you 4.5% right now, 4.5.
Donc, si c'est non CD qu'on gagne, comme là, il pas mal parce que vous allez recevoir à peu près 5%, mais la banque.
The problem with CD is that you need the money before the CD mature, then they are going to charge you a lot of money.
Le problème qui gagne avec CD, c'est sous besoin l'argent avant que l'arrivée à maturité, après charger au Kounia.
In the union revolving fund, you never have to pay penalty, and also you don't have to pay for open the account or anything. So your money is clean and clear.
Donc, dans compte, sous un compte dans revolving fund dans union, ou pas jamais gagner pour payer pénalité et comme là en sécurité.
There is a variable interest. That means if the interest go down in the bank outside, then that go down in the union. If they go up outside, then they go up in the union.
Et intérêt, si intérêt descend dans marché, donc il descend tout avec union, mais s'il monte, il monte.
Then my third department
Et troisième département,
is plan giving and trust services.
c'est plant giving and services qui veut dire
Trust
plant
service.
and trust services. Donc c'est façon qu'on capable planifier gens qu'on capable
So this slide came from General Conference and said plan giving is to assist Seventh-day Adventist church members and other friends of the church in giving support to the work of the church. Plan giving does not coerce but help people accomplish what God has already impressed them to do in support to the church organization.
Donc, plan giving, qui c'est un département côté que vous capable faire charité ou capable bail, l'église là c'est un département qui là qui pour assister à ça côté déjà on dit faire, il pas là pour capable forcer bail l'argent. C'est lui là pour assister à bail faire cadeau si ça t'est déjà un bagage que bon Dieu t'est impressionné ou pour capable faire.
Okay, so why do I need a will or a kind of estate planning?
Pour qui ça, moi besoin un testament ou bien une sorte de plan pour me capable bail.
We need it because we are going to die.
Nous besoin parce que nous tous là après mourir.
That is the answer.
C'est réponse là ça. Nous tous là nous gain pour mourir.
Another thing is to try to hide the truth.
Je ne vais pas essayer de cacher la vérité pour nous.
Let me go. Where is the clicker? Oh, Pastor got it. Okay. Pastor, can I have the clicker, please? So people can see what I'm seeing. The problem is that I can go slide by slide because I should be out of here by 4:30. I have another meeting at 4:30.
Okay.
And we can be talking about this the whole afternoon and part of the night.
Nous sommes capables de prendre un peu de temps pour nous parler de sujet ça, mais il faut me quitter à 4h30, je vais l'autre meeting pour moi là-dedans.
Said, even God had a plan in place before the earth was created. God planned the gift of his own son if a rescue plan to save humanity was needed.
Même bon Dieu te gagné un plan avant qu'il te même créé terre là. Bon Dieu te fait un plan pour te capable bailler petite lia pour sauver nous en cas que l'humanité a besoin pour nous sauver.
For he chose us in him before the creation of the world to be holy and to blameless in his sight. In love, he predestinated us for adoption to sonship.
Éphésiens 1er verset 4, 5 dit, il t'a choisi nous, go back. Il t'a choisi nous même avant qu'il te créé terre pour nous capables saint et semblable dans vision li, dans l'amour li, il était prédestiné pour nous être capable adopter à comme petite li.
So, sin brought death and death for planning.
Donc péché mène la mort et la mort force nous pour nous faire plan.
Therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man and death through sin, and in this way death came to all people because all sinned.
Même Jean, péché était entré dans le monde là à travers un seul homme et la mort à cause de péché. C'est comme ça que la mort vient pour tout le monde parce que tout le monde péché. Abel,
when he went to do the offerings to God,
il a offert offrande à l'Éternel.
Left home with the intent to return after he offered his sacrifice to God, but he didn't make it back.
Il a quitté la Kaili avec intention pour le retourner la Kaili, avec plan pour le retourner la Kaili, mais il n'a pas jamais retourné.
Abel's stewardship to God was over and had to be transferred either to his wife or to his children.
Et toute économie, Abel était obligé transférer à soit madame ni ou petite li.
So, and the same happened to us. So let us stop the presentation here to go to the practical. The same happened to us.
Et c'est même bagay là qui rive nous.
Nothing was brought to this world for you when you was born.
Ou pas venir avec rien l'offre t'est faite.
And nothing can you take from this world when you die.
Et l'homme mourir rien ou pas qu'à aller avec lui tout.
So, the only thing to have control of my asset, even after my death, is he has something in writing that is illegal.
So, seule façon que vous capable gain contrôle de bien après que vous mourrez, c'est si vous écrit quitter instruction ça pour vous faire.
There are many ways to do it.
Et il y a plusieurs façons pour faire ça.
One of them is called POD.
Il y en a dans eux c'est POD.
How many of you know what is POD? That is not in the presentation. That is from my
Combien
mind
d'entre
now.
nous qui connaissent ça, ça signifie POD? Pas... Preparation of death,
No,
she said.
pay on death.
Paid on death. Paid, donc payer l'homme mourir. Paid on death. Ça veut dire payer, on bagaille qu'à payer qu'on mourir.
How many of you have a document like that? No, pay on death. No, it's no insurance. That is your money in the bank.
Combien de nous qui gagnent un bagage qui est paid on death?
You don't know what is that, right? Okay.
Nous pas contre ça ça.
Let us suppose that you have $10,000 in the bank.
On nous suppose qu'on gagne $10,000 à la banque.
You look like you have more than that.
Pour sembler un monde qui gagne plus que ça.
This guy. Yeah. he didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
I already finished my presentation in this on the computer. So I said that you look like you have a lot of money in the bank. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. Maybe no.
Maybe not.
You don't even know how much money people have that you think that they have nothing.
Par contre, qui quantité comme moun gagne, même là on pense yo pas gagne.
There are a Haitian pastor
Qu'on pasteur haïtien.
that you see him and look like he's begging for money.
Là où il semble un monde
It's not your pastor.
Non, not our pastor. Là où il semble un monde qui a demandé.
The way that he dressed in camp meeting,
Et Jean que lui habillé,
you think this is really poor.
vous pensez que c'est un monde qui est vraiment pauvre.
And I know because I have in my phone the information that he has a lot of money.
Et me connaît que lui gagne pile l'argent.
I can't tell you, but I know.
M'pa dire nous qui moun, m'pa dire nous qui quantité l'argent gagne.
Remember, I'm the representation of SURF in the conference. So, what is going to happen with my money if I die?
So, question, on a toujours posé, qui ça qui a privé l'argent, les mourir?
So, what people do is that they put another person in the account.
Ça moun fait, c'est que yo mette non on l'autre moun dans account yo.
But that is very risky.
Mais ça grand pile risque dans ça.
Because if that person wants to take the money out of the account, only that has to do is to sign a check.
Ça c'est si moun ça t'a remet prend comme dans account là, seul ça pour le faire c'est signer un chèque.
But let us think that that person that you put in your account is your husband or is your wife. And you have all the confidence on them, so they are never going to do something like that to you.
Donc seul monde pour t'a doit faire ça pour qu'on se vous mettez ou gagne un joint avec account avec lui, c'est mari ou bien madame ou que vous vraiment gagne full trust, full confidence dans lui-même, autrement ou pas doit jamais faire un bail comme ça.
But how you think about it, that if that person go out right now and have an accident, then your bank account will be empty paying for the suit that they are going to put on them?
Mais est-ce que j'aime penser que un monde qui gagne un compte ou ensemble avec ou s'il fait un accident que tout corps vous gagne qu'on y a préservé comme ça pour payer pour.
The first thing that a lawyer do is to surf in internet to discover all the assets that the person has when they have an accident in order to take the money out in a suit.
Premier bail avocat yo fait si vous fait un accident, c'est yo chercher dans internet là pour qui quantité corps ou gain koto gain corps pour yo connaître combien corps you can prendre de.
In other words, if you have a joint account with your spouse, you are at risk of losing everything.
Donc si vous gain un joint
The pastor
account,
open the eyes now.
si vous gain un joint account avec mari ou madame ou gain risque pour capable perdre tout bagage.
So the best way to protect yourself is to have a joint account only with the money to pay for the monthly bills.
Donc seule façon pour capable protéger tête tout c'est seul compte qui t'a doué en joint account c'est compte qui pour payer bill yo.
Every one of you have a separate account.
Nous chaque doit gagner un compte séparé.
But you go to the bank
Mais-
with your social security card and your license, driver license, ID or whatever.
L'aller la banque avec ID nous, social nous avec licence nous.
And then you make the POD pay on death. So if something happened to you, then that money goes directly to the person without risking losing the money in an accident or a suit.
Donc ça qui est mieux pour faire c'est aller la banque là et puis faire un POD pour que si vous mourrez, qu'on y a tout comme ça capable de joindre mari ou bien madame ou, au lieu que ou fait un joint account côté que pendant que vous vivez si lui-même lui fait un accident ou tout perdu tout.
Another description is called TOD. TOD.
So on l'autre qui gagne c'est TOD,
That doesn't work in Florida.
pas gagne ou bien il pas effectif dans Florida.
But there is another thing that is the same, but with a different name.
Okay, on l'autre bagage qui dit qui même j'ai avec TOD mais qui gagne l'autre non.
In Florida, it's called Lady Bird Deed.
Labor D,
Lady,
laid.
lady.
Oh, lady.
Lady Bird, the bird that fly,
Uh-huh.
deed.
Okay, lady bird deed.
Yeah. So what is that?
Qui ça est?
If you have a investment house
Si gen on caille de investissement,
and you want to leave that house to your children,
ou ta reme quitter caille ça pour petit tout,
and you put your children in the property deed,
et ou mette non petit ou yo nan papier deed,
if they have a problem, they will come for your house. The lawyer will come for your house. It's the same that they with the money.
so it's the same thing. So si yo gon problème, y a avocat yo peut tout de suite venir pour caille ça.
But instead of doing that,
Mais au lieu qu'on fait ça,
you said, I want to leave my house to the conference, for example.
ou dit que m'ta reme quitter caille moi pour conférence là,
Then you go to the lawyer
ouais, joindre avocat,
and said, I want to do a lady bird deed in favor of this person or this entity.
ou dit yo que ou ta reme faire un lady bird deed en faveur de tel monde ou bien telle organisation.
And in the title company, they will make a document
Et a fait un document
that when you die,
que l'homme mourit,
they go with that paper, with that form, and then the house will be transferred to that person, but only after your death. So you are risking nothing.
donc c'est seulement l'homme mourit que Kayla a transféré pour moun ça.
There is another way.
Bon, l'autre façon encore,
Another way is trust.
qui est le trust,
What is a trust?
qui ça un trust qui est?
Trust is a legal document that exists in this country.
C'est un document légal qui existait dans le pays ici.
The most common of them is revocable living trust. The most common is revocable living trust.
Ok. Donc ça qui est plus courant, c'est
Revocable living trust.
living
Trust.
trust. Donc
RRT.
that's RRT. Okay, revolving.
Revocable.
I'm sorry.
Revocable means that you can redo it whatever you want.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir Béthanie.
Revocable living trust become irrevocable, so you can change it when the person dies.
Okay, donc a revocable living trust vient en trust.
Become irrevocable when people die.
C'est l'homme mourir que li vient irrevocable.
So in the trust, you can be the trustor, the trustee, and the beneficiary.
Donc dans trust ça ou capable ni bénéficiaire là et ni moun k'ap fait trust là.
So what is the joke is I am the trustor, the trustee, and the beneficiary.
Donc qui gens que ou capable ni trusteur ni trustee, ça veut dire moun k'ap recevoir et ni bénéficiaire là.
Trustor is the one that have the property on his name or the money.
C'est lui-même qui est propriétaire, c'est moun qui est propriétaire.
Trustee is the manager of that property.
Trustee c'est moun qui a géré propriétaire.
And beneficiary is the one that will get the benefit from that property.
Et bénéficiaire là c'est moun qui a bénéficié de propriétaire.
For example, let us suppose that she has a house that is rented.
On nous suppose que moi gagne un caille que moi dans loyer.
Instead of in her name, she put, what is your last name?
Pericles.
Pericles. Instead of in her name, he go to the title company and put the open a trust. I go to the title company and they fund the trust, and the trust name is Pericles Trust.
Okay,
So she is not the owner. The owner is Pericles Trust. But who is Pericles Trust? Is she? That is to avoid sue, to protect your money, to protect your property. So if you have an accident, they can't go against the property because it's not yours. It's trust Pericles. That is a form to protect properties.
Nous suivons? You follow?
You got it?
I'm not going to try.
Okay. So she is the owner, trustor.
C'est moi qui trust, right?
She is the trustee, the manager, taking the money from the rent,
Donc c'est moi
making the money.
parce que c'est moi qui a géré l'argent, je dois prendre.
And she is the beneficiary because she is using the money.
Et c'est moi qui a bénéficié parce que c'est moi, c'est l'argent pas, c'est moi.
But at the same time, there is something that is called successful trustee.
Mais en même temps, tout, il y a l'autre bagaille qui est
That can be the children's. That can be a friend. That can be. So, if she die, then that person that is named now become the successful trustee. That means she is dead, now I'm the one in charge of collecting the money. So the money is not lost.
Donc, comme ça, tout, ou capable de gagner un monde qui succède, donc c'est, et nous gagnons non monde ça, donc en cas que moi t'as mouru, donc on y a monde ça capable de gagner.
Maybe to sell the property and then distribute the money amongst the beneficiary. So now that you no longer need the money, the property is sold, or the rent from the property is distributed among all your children and the entity that you want to give something. You got the point? And you got the point?
At the point, but I don't.
She got the point, but doesn't
I
know
think
how
they
to
get it
explain.
too.
Oh, okay. So another, what is the benefit of a trust? The benefit of a trust is that you don't have to go to the probate process in the court when the person dies. You can make the distribution right away.
Okay. Donc, raison pour capable gagner un trust, c'est que les gens qui mourent, ou pas besoin d'aller dans court, dans tribunal pour être capable de dire et qui ça pour comme la fête parce que c'est déjà déterminé avant.
That is the advantage. What is the disadvantage? The disadvantage is that because there is no a judge involved, people fight for the money most of the time.
Et des avantages, what is
The
it?
disadvantage is that because there is no judge involved in the distribution process,
Okay.
people fight for the money and they appoint lawyers to fight one another. And I know a lot of cases like that.
Ok, donc des avantages qui gagnent, c'est que on juge pas pour entrer dans distribution, dans cause de distribution. Donc en pile fois, moun yo qu'on a bataille, yon avec l'autre, yo prend avocat, yon contre l'autre parce que trust là t'es déjà écrit, donc juge pas pour entrer là-dedans.
Another way to do it is through will.
It's
Another
to
way
will.
to transfer property is through wills.
Ok, en l'autre façon, c'est pour nous capables de gagner testament.
So what is will?
Qui ça?
Will means
Un testament.
what do you want?
En testament, c'est
what I
simplement
want.
dit qui s'en voulait.
So the purpose of will is to transfer properties.
Donc, if
The purpose of will is to transfer property.
raison pour gagner un testament, c'est pour capable transférer bien qu'on gagne
After death,
après qu'on mourit.
when I die.
L'homme mourit.
So, in the will, you said, after I die, I want this property to be sold and be distributed in this way, or I want this property to be transferred to my son or to my daughter, or I want this property, whatever you want, is your property. So you decide what you want to happen with your property after you die.
Dans le testament, on dit, l'homme mourit, m'ta remet que propriété ça et bien ça nous vendons et puis pour Kobla distribuer telle façon parmi petites moyens ou bien pour Kobla à joindre tel monde ou bien ou dit exactement ça que tu as remis.
So your personal representative
représentant qu'on gagne
in the will,
dans qu'on écrit dans
appointing the
testament
will, has to go to the court.
à aller dans tribunal dans court
The custodian of the will has to send it to the court.
et moun qui edo fait testament doit voir to court.
That doesn't have to be the same person. One can be the custodian, one can be the personal representative.
Donc pour capable gagner un représentant personnel et pour capable gagner un custodian tout.
Or can be the same person.
Il capable même moun qui joue tout deux rôles
And start the process.
et process là commencer.
You go to the Department of Family in the court and said, I want to start, I think that Department of Family, I never have done this process before. So, and said, I want to initiate the probate case for this will.
Donc moun ça après aller dans le département de famille et puis l'a dit moi voulais exécuter ça qui est écrit dans le testament ça.
You have to appoint a lawyer,
Faut gagner un avocat
and the lawyer is going to charge you from 1 to 3% of the amount in the will.
et avocat ça a chargé de 1 à 3% de quantité qui dans
The amount of assets in the
testament,
will.
yeah, quantité d'assets de biens qui gagnent dans le testament.
And that is the only way, if you don't have a lady birth deed in Florida, that you can transfer a property. So when you die, nobody can take the property on their name until they go to probate.
Donc c'est seule façon capable de protéger propriété pour que l'homme mourit est obligé c'est ça écrit dans le testament.
If you die, the property on your name, if you don't have a will, then the lawyer is going to charge you between 1 and 10% of the value of the house.
Si vous mourrez et vous pas gagné un testament, donc un avocat après chargé de 1 jusqu'à 10% de valeur ça qui est dans le testament.
In other words, we say will is from 1 to 3%, without will is from 1 to 10%.
Donc si vous avez un testament qui est déjà écrit, il est chargé de 1 à 3%, mais si vous pas gagné, c'est 1 à jusqu'à 10%.
What happened in the probate process?
Qui s'est arrivé dans le processus que les probate?
The personal representative have to initiate the process in the court.
Donc, représentant personnel qu'on gagne, il doit pour commencer le processus là dans le tribunal.
Have to collect all the information about assets and also debts.
Faut lui collecter toute information de tout bien, asset et toute dette qu'on gagne.
Have to send the information in the local newspaper.
Faut vrai information ça yo dans journal local côté qu'on mourir.
So all debtors, including medical expenses, can come for the money.
Pour que tout le monde côté doué et même l'hôpital côté doué capable venir pour venir prendre part yo.
With a will in a process of 2 years.
Et avec un
With will,
testament,
2 years. Without
son
will,
processus de 2 ans, et sans testament, il est capable de prendre jusqu'à 5-6 ans.
the judge sent to make the distribution. The judge sent the personal representative to make the distribution.
Donc, le juge l'a demandé pour représentant pour capable de faire distribution. Hein.
Let us think that your property value is $100,000.
On nous dit que vous gagnez une valeur de toute propriété, vous gagnez une valeur de $100,000
And you don't have money in the bank.
et vous pas gagnez l'argent à la banque.
So the judge is going to send to sell the property,
Le juge là a vendu propriété, hein.
pay all the creditor before,
Payer tout
All
le
your debt.
monde, toute dette côté gain, tout créditeur yo,
and the money that is left
et ça traité, hein.
is distributed according with the will of the deceased person.
C'est qu'on y a distribué reste là qui était selon ça qui était écrit dans le testament.
What is the benefit?
Qui bénéfice qui gagne?
If you have a will, you have to pay taxes for the selling of the house only for the capital gain.
Si vous gagnez un testament, vous devez seulement payer taxe sur gain qui fait capital gain, ça veut dire comme qui fait sous Kaila les vendre.
There are two phrases that you need to know.
Il y a deux phrases que nous devons connaître.
Cost base and capital gain.
What's the first one?
Cost base.
Cost base, cost base. Et donc, deux termes que nous devons connaître, c'est cost base avec capital
Gain.
gain.
What is cost base? Cost base is how much the house costs when you buy it, plus every improvement that you made to the house. Let us suppose that the house costs $100,000, but you spent $30,000 in repairment. Let us put a number that is easier. Let us suppose that the house costs $50,000, and you spend $30,000 repairing the house. What is the cost base? 80. So you sell the house for 100,000. How much do you have to pay taxes for?
20.
For 20,000. If you have the will, if you don't have the will, you have to pay taxes for the all 100,000.
Okay.
Because in the will, the owner said, I want this house to be given to this person. Without a will, because you don't want it to give it to anybody, why the government have to do it? So the government said, you have right, but you have to pay me taxes for the 100%
Okay.
of the selling. So if you want to give a substantial amount of your money to your family, to your church, to the entity, to remember the Lord, then you have to do it through will.
Donc, lui expliquer un pile bail là, mais ça qui est important pour nous joindre là-dedans, c'est que si vous avez quitté un bagage pour famille ou pour être capable vraiment bénéficier de toute valeur, il faut quitter dans le testament. Autrement, le gouvernement est capable de prendre charge au plus là-dedans, les charges pour exactement tout ça que qu'elle a coûté au lieu de seulement bénéfice que tu fais là au venir.
Let me fix this through will, through trust, through lady bird deed, to transfer on death, to pay on death, to all this family of legal documents where you can transfer money now that you're alive, but it's not executed until you die.
Donc tout ça nous sont expliqué là, testament, lady bird will, tout l'autre que nous t'ai expliqué avant, pay on death, tout ça c'est là où mourir que comme ça capable et à transférer à joindre en l'autre monde.
That is very easy for me. That is very easy for me, but I know that is too much for you that I'm not accustomed to all these kind of legal phrases and words.
Ouais. Tout ça est très facile pour moi, c'est là-dedans, c'est domaine moi, c'est là-dedans que mieux tout le temps, même connaître ça li en pile pour nous capables saisir et comprendre.
How many of you remember everything that I have said this afternoon?
Combien de nous qui changent tout samedi là après-midi?
How many of you think that 1 month from now you will remember everything that I have taught to you?
Et combien de nous qui pensaient non mois de jeudi n'a changé et tout samedi matin?
Statistics said that maybe only 10%.
Et peut-être c'est n'a changé à 10%.
So, if you want, because I want to talk, Pastor, I need to end in 10 minutes. So, I have another meeting at 4:30. So, if you want to make a will, if you want to know about the will, if you have planned to put your house in order, if you have, because I can assure you that you are going to die. No question. Or God come first, or you are going to die. Me too. Pastor, I have to confess something. I was so immersed in this seminar that I didn't present now. You know, I present only. When I did it in Port St. Lucie, that when I left the church in Port St. Lucie, his church, I felt a pain in my heart. I went to the hospital, and that cost me $3,000. Oh man, I'm presenting on death. I'm going to die right now. I told myself, because there was a pain. Maybe it was one hair or whatever, you know, muscular. But I went to the hospital, Cleveland Hospital over there in Port St. Lucie. And the copay cost me $3,000. Because they made a lot of you know, story or whatever, you know. That means that whatever else in 10 minutes can have a heart attack or whatever, and then you have to be clear on this. So if you want to do this, I have the questionnaire that is for 4 documents: will, living will, healthcare will, and power of attorney. Will, transference of property. Living will, what I want to happen with my body. Healthcare will, who will take medical decision for me if I become incapacitated. And part of attorney, who will pay my bill is I can do it because I'm in a hospital with a brain damage. So, if you want to know about this, come and take one of these questionnaire. And also come and
Donc,
take
si nous intéressés pour nous connaître
one of these forms. These are 3 different forms.
un questionnaire ça yo, qui parlait de testament, qui parlait de living will, ça ouvre qui pour arriver
Take one of each.
là à mourir, and power
This-
of attorney.
The cost of this document in the open market is around $1,000.
Document ça yo,
The conference,
coûter
the conference was paying $325 per couple, $275 per single. That is what the paper said, but they went up to $450 right now.
donc pour capable remplir forme ça yo, il coûtait jusqu'à $1,000 alors que it's about 2 something 3
Right now it's $450, I think.
450 avec conférence.
But the conference is paying for. You don't have to pay anything. You have to put $100 in deposit to start the process. Why? Because when you start the process, the conference pay, and you don't finish, the conference lose the money. It's a waste of money. So if you don't finish the process, you lose your $100. If you finish the process, then the conference will send back you the $100. You got it?
Yes, donc conférence là a payé $100 pour sous commencer et process là pour écrire testament etc. Et sous compléter la conférence là à remettre ou that's for me, thank you. $100 mais sous pas compléter c'est seulement $100 qu'on a perdu.
Okay. Let me explain this. You already have the form?
Quittez expliquer forme ça.
Go to the first page.
Allez dans la première page là.
That is personal information.
Ça c'est information personnelle.
The conference will pay for if you allow the conference to give the original or the copy of this document. Because we have to show something when the audit come to say I pay and here is the document. It's expected that the family remember the Lord in the will, but it's not an obligation. The conference will pay for the document as a benefit for the member if you live or you don't live to the conference, but it's expected that because you are dead and you no longer need the money, remember the Lord. In the same way that you are bringing offering and tithe to the Lord, now that you sell the property or the family sell the property, remember the Lord, maybe a 10% or whatever, 5% or 20%, whatever you want. But it's expected. It's not mandatory, but it's expected. You got it? That is the way that the conference can pay for this document because people are living. So, when are you going to live? The day that you die, or after 2 years after you die. But there are people dying now that remember the Lord when they made the document in 1998, for example. You got it? With that money we're paying now. So that is the way that this process goes on. You got it? Okay. So I desire to establish a revocable living trust. If you put a yes, you have to pay for. We don't pay for revocable living trust. Revocable living trust costs more than $1,000 depending on, to the conference, depending on the assets. So at least that there is a substantial amount to the conference, we are not going to pay for, we are not going to support this. You want to do it, it's okay. It's the same information, but you have to deal directly with the lawyer. You want to have the will, it's okay. So you have to be clear. You have to sign the document, to put the name of the church, party 1 and party 2. Party 1 always is male. Male is not the person that you appoint. Male means you husband. So party 1, what happened then is a women that have no husband. leave the party 1 in blank. You have to fill out the party 2, that is female, that it means wife. What is if the man has no wife, leave the second part, party 2 in blank, fill out the party 1. So first page is personal information. Second page, beneficiary. If you want, here is the children or whatever, if you want to give your house to one person, then put it here. Personal property, leave that in blank, because for you it's very important, for example, the comb that you are using to comb your hair, but nobody else wants it. For you, maybe there is a picture of your grandmother, for you most important, but not even for your children that doesn't know her is important. So that can change every day when you go to the store and buy something. So personal property, forget about it, about that, because that is going to complicate the process. So the best way to do it, legal guardian. Legal guardian, you should put here, this is another document, like the HIPAA. Legal guardian, if you have minor children that are minor, less than 18 years old, then you should appoint a legal guardian. The problem is that in Haiti, if you or your husband die, grandma, grandpa is going to pick up the child and write the child. Here, no. Here, children and family take the child and put it over there, and then the grandma, grandpa have to fight in the court with a lawyer, pay a lawyer in order to recuperate the children. What happened with the children? Children and family are going to send them to foster care. And sometimes in foster care, the people that have them have more money than you. So if the children spend 1 year in foster care with people that have more money than you, that take them to travel to Europe, that take them to go to the ocean to fish, when you recuperate them after spending $20,000, they don't want to come with you. So in order to avoid that, appoint a legal guardian for your children. So if something happened to you and your husband, then that person can go to the court or can go to children and family and take the children right away. You got the point? So it's very important if you have minor children to appoint a legal guardian. Yeah.
Écrit qui moun nou ta remen qui prend soin si ni ou ni si tous deux parents yo ta va mourir qui moun qui pour prendre soin ti moun nan parce que autrement c'est gouvernement c'est l'état qui peut entrer capable voir ti moun nan foster care etc. en pile problème donc il est très important pour moun qui gagne ti moun en bas 18 ans.
Testamentary trustee, if you are not making a trust, don't worry about it. If you are making a trust, when the lawyer calls you, then you agree with the lawyer, what do you want? That is a trust inside the testament. So plan of distribution, a specific gift. If you don't have a specific gift, the best way to do it is through percent. What happened? If you have a car, the car has value, but you are making the will now, but you are dying 20 years later. So what happened with the car that you put here? No longer exists. So you have to redo the will time and time. But when you distribute in percent, for example, whatever I have, for example, 10% to the Lord, 45% to my daughter, and 45% to my boy, or 5% to the Lord, to the conference, 5% to find the club in my church, and 45% to this, and 20 and 30, whatever you want to distribute. C plus B or B plus C should equal the amount of 100%. No, C plus D. So C plus D should amount 100%.
Right. Donc, on fait distribution mieux qu'on fait en pourcentage et de valeur ça on quitter et tout ça qui n'en c'est avec tout ça dans D doit venir égal à 100%. Mieux qu'on fait par pourcentage parce que l'homme mourir sorte pense ou t'a quitté capable même exister encore si son machine était donc que on fait par pourcentage de valeur de tout bien.
There are people that are giving to the children 2%, and then when send simultaneous deaths, they appoint the same personnel, and that is not what this is meant for. Simultaneous death means everybody the donor plus the beneficiary go in the same plane, the plane came down and nobody is left. So when nobody that you already appoint as beneficiary is left, what happened with your possession? Where to go? So where do you want to go? The only way that you can distribute to church or to friends or to parents maybe no, because in the way of distribution, most of the time always go down, not up. So parents can be, but the only way that you can distribute to friends, the ones that are helping you now that you are in need, and church or charitable institution is through legal document, through will. You got it? And will is one of the legal document to trust, to will, to this kind of document. You can intend to leave to my 500 club that I'm supporting $10,000. If you don't put it in writing, that is not going to happen.
Yeah. Donc si ou ta remen quitter un pourcentage, quitter un bien pour un ami ou bien pour l'église, si c'est pas écrit ou écrit, il pas jamais capable arriver joindre moun ça. Et surtout si par exemple tout le monde côté écrit ou quitter pour yo tout dévancé ou yo mourir avant, then qui sont à remen et que l'argent fait. So c'est important pour capable écrire
Pay for
qui ça qui n'a volonté.
appointments. A pastor, how many children do you have? You don't have any? How many children do you have? You have one? How many do you have?
3.
I need somebody with more than one. Okay. How many they are boy? How many they are girl?
They're all boys.
All boys. No, those ain't. Help me.
I have a granddaughter.
3. Okay, stand up. You are making distribution. And you are appointing all your children as your appointee. But what is your gender?
Nothing for my son. He's already get what I'm supposed to give.
No, let us suppose that you are going to give to the 3 of them. I need the case that you are giving to the 3 of them. Okay. Okay. What is your gender?
What is who?
What is your gender?
Her gender? Yeah. Female.
Are you female or male?
She's female. She's female.
No.
Qui Jean Paul? She's female.
I'm sorry, but this time we have to ask. I'm joking. So, let us suppose that you are appointing, you are female, and you are appointing your boy as your personal representative. Where you put his name? In party 1 that is
Yes.
male or party 2 that is female?
My son,
Yeah, so he
Listen-
should be
listen to my
party
question.
1.
Listen to my question.
Okay.
You are female,
She's female.
and you are appointing your son as personal representative. Where do you put his name? In party 1 or in party 2?
Dans forme là, il y a 2 parties. OK? Donc comme ou même son fille ou et
Page number
petit
4.
garçon son garçon lié, question c'est qui va mettre non Christian. Est-ce que c'est dans party 1 or party 2?
Whatever, the answer is always in party 2, because party 2 doesn't mean who are you appointing, means you. So party 2 is always wife. So the wife choices are in party 2, independently of if there is boy or girl. In party 1 is husband. So independently is the husband is choosing male or female. Husband always or men always put party 1, and then women always put party 2. So let us suppose that the pastor have 2 children. The wife that is party 2 is going to choose the ones. In this case that they have no children, maybe it's the parent, maybe it's a sister, maybe it's a brother, but always the wife go in party 2, and always the husband, in this case the pastor, okay, I'm going to choose my brother to be my personal representative. Because every one of them, so you need only one form for the couple, for husband and wife, but here in party 2, always go party 2, wife or woman, and party 1 is husband or male, if they are single. So, durable power of attorney. So, let me go back. Personal representative enter in effect when the person died. Both of them, they are dead, or whatever. They are dead. So, the personal representative enter in effect. One of them, whatever get that die. Bien. Power of attorney. Power of attorney entering effect in the state of Florida as soon as you sign the document. Not this document, the document that the lawyer is going to send you. So the power of attorney means durable power of attorney because you don't have to be incapacitated. As soon as you appoint somebody to pay your bill, that person can sell your house and can take the money out of the bank. Because you are trusting him legally to do your financial duty now that you are alive. And that durable power of attorney means that if you become incapacitated, they have the capacity to pay the bill. But if you are not incapacitated, they also have the capacity to take the money out. So you have to be very careful because child like the money that the parent have, you know. It's easy to spend the money that you don't sweat for. So be careful. But, you know, that is the power. Power of attorney. Power of attorney ends as soon as the person dies. Personal representative entering effect when the people die, but durable power of attorney finish when people die. For example, one of our pastors was hit for a car last year. Do you remember Pastor Parker in Boca Raton, Del Rey Beach? Pastor Parker, Hispanic pastor that retired last year, 2 years before. He was hit for a car. They have power of attorney. He was in intensive care. The wife was taking care of him because she had the power of attorney. She went to the bank when he died to take the money out, and the bank said, "I'm sorry, you have to appoint a lawyer." So if you have power of attorney of somebody, and that somebody is in intensive care, take the money out before they die, because as soon as they die, the government or the bank freeze the account and nobody can take the money out. Somebody died here close to the church in Chile Rock. She has only $800 in the bank. The husband went to the bank right away. When she died, he went to the bank and the account was already freezed. As soon as the person is declared dead, maybe the same bit or whatever personnel, professional, they inform the bank and the government froze the account right away. So watch out with that. Then the another appointment is healthcare surrogate. Healthcare surrogate is going to take medical decision for you when you become incapacitated. So every appointment have different stages to start. So if you become incapacitated, who is going to take the medical decision for you? DNR, at least that you have it, or disconnected, or connected, or whatever. So who is going to take? Be very careful. Because if you appoint somebody that wants you dead in order to cash your life insurance, then you are in trouble. So maybe she's going to, or he is going to send to disconnect you for a simple issues in order to get the money. Be careful. And then living will. What means living will? Living will doesn't mean property. Living will means your body. For that reason, it's living. Now that you are living, what do you want? To be cremated when you die, or to have a traditional burial? What do you want? Do not resuscitate, or do you want to keep you alive even that when you are dying and there is no way that you can make it? When you have assets, the hospital keeps you alive, prolonging your suffering in order to take your money out through probate. So what do you want to do? So living will is where you put all this and discuss all of this with the lawyer. So again, he asks, where do you want to store your legal document? That page have to match with the page number 1. What happened? Most people said, I want to keep my original. The person with the original is the one in charge of sending that document to the court. Do you think that you can send the document to the court when you are dead? When you are dead, you think that you can send the document to the court. So if you keep the original, who is going to send the document to the court? Nobody, because you are dead. So why do you want to keep the original if that is used only when you are dead? You have my point? So let us imagine that you said, okay, before I die, I'm going to give it to my son. Do you think that you are going to remember 15 years from now where you put the paper? I got home with something. I bought something last Friday, not this Friday, the Friday before. And on Sunday, I didn't know where I put the property, the paper. I had to add to call the people. I said, please, can you give me another copy? I said, look, I lost the bill of sale. I don't know where I put it. And it was only today. I want to ask you something, Pastor. What color was the suit that you used 3 months ago when you came to the church? 1 month ago. I don't even remember sometimes what was the shirt, yeah, because I always use white shirt coming to the church. But the suit, I don't know. And that is only 1 month. So when this is needed, where is your document? But you allow the conference to keep the original in the file. Whoever is in the office, as soon as we got the death certificate, we will send it to the court. You got it? So my recommendation, left the conference to keep the original, because you can tell the family, my legal documents are in the conference. That's it. You don't have to explain. For example, this sister that doesn't want to give anything to the boy. Is that true that you don't want to give anything to your boy? It is real that you don't want to give to leave anything.
Is it true that you don't want to leave anything for your son?
My son, yeah, because I'm already. Yeah, what I have now is for my daughters.
But he will be very upset with you. If he know that.
You know, mommy have big mouth. You know already.
In order to avoid any conflict, better don't say nothing. Do your document, whatever you want, send the original to the conference, and when you die, then everybody is going to receive what you put in the document. You got it? That is my recommendation. You can do whatever you want. So, let me go to page number 6.
Excuse me, please. When you're done, I have a question.
Okay. Okay. Financial information. My recommendation, don't put anything here. Why? Because you are distributing in percent. What happened? If you put that you have $10,000 in a bank account, and tomorrow you take 1,000 out, how much do you have now? Are you going to change your will every time that you change the amount in the bank account? Are you going to change your will every time that you pay your bills, that the account goes down? So, my recommendation, you can do whatever you want. This is your document. My recommendation, distribute in percent and forget about putting anything here, because from now until the day that you die, most of the time, everything is going to change, even the house where you are living. So distribute in percent, and whatever happens, what it is, and that's it. So, and then, here is where you have to send the document. So you have to sign this letter, these 3 letters, and then 1 per person, and then to fill out the questionnaire with a $100 deposit to the name of Sarista Conference. If you finish the document, I will send you the money back. You can request, because I'm going to forget it. Pastor Gonzalez, remember I sent you a $100 deposit, send me my money back. I will go to Treasury Department, will review the file to see that it's true, and then I will send you the $100 back. If you don't finish the process, don't ask for the money, because you are not going to get it. Why? Because when the lawyer write the document, they charge us $300 or $400. And if you don't finish, and I want to be very clear on this, at least around 50% of people that started will never ended. Why? Because now, for example, one lady called to the conference, I want to leave my church to the house, my house to the church. She's 97 years old. She has no children. She has been related to the church all the time, very involved in the church, and she wants to give the house to the church. I arranged a call with a lawyer, and then in the call, we find out that she is not the only owner, that she is a joint ownership. She has a joint ownership with one of her nieces that she already put in the property. Maybe she forgot because she's 97 years old, that years ago she put the niece in the property. Do you think that she can leave the house now to the church when the niece is alive? That's impossible. The will is not over the law of the land. And the law of the land said that nobody can give what is not there. So she used to be the only proprietary, but right now she only have a joint ownership of a property. So the lawyer said, lady, you cannot do it. But she forgot it, but now the lawyer said, you cannot do it because this property belongs to another person. So put everything in clear, and remember, nothing of this will take effect if you are against the law. What I mean with going against the law? You can put here that you are single, because you forgot that you were married 30 years ago and you never divorced. No matter what, how ungrateful that person was, if you don't divorce, that person will take everything that you have, even over your children. There is a lady that she is in the 80-something, and she was married when she was young. The husband is in California. She lives here in the campground area, Hampton. And she said, nothing for this disgraceful. He never has taken care of me. And I told her, are you divorced? No, so forget about it. He's going to take everything. Because by law, the next of a king in a person is the husband or the wife. If you are married legally, that person will have everything over your children. So you have to be very clear with your legal documents. So question. I was supposed to finish at 4:30, but they have no.
The question that I have, you said that we will be able to make money while we're sleeping. I would like to know some information about that. I would like to know the information how to invest.
Oh, okay. Good point. 80% of new millionaires in the United States become millionaire by real estate property. That is called making money by living. If you live longer, you will make more money doing nothing. Only to buy 10 years ago, I bought a property in Miami. My coordinator told me, Gonzalez, your time in Orlando is done, so we are going to transfer you to Miami area. Okay, I sent to make my house, but instead of going to Miami, the conference called me to be the stewardship director in the conference in the Orlando area. So my boy is living in the house. Who is paying the house? Me or him? He's paying the house. I bought the house for $250,000. That at the time in 2015 looked a big amount of money. Right now the value of the house is $650,000. Not only the amount of the debt came down from 250 to 170 for me paying nothing, because who is paying for the house is him, but also the capital gain went from 250 to 650. So that is 400,000. 400,000 plus the money that come down, 80,000. Right now I'm making $480,000 in the house, making what? Nothing. While I'm sleeping, the house is making money. You got the point? So Pastor, when you move from this place to another, don't sell your house. People said, no, I don't want a house because when you have a house, you have to pay taxes, you have to pay insurance, you have to pay mortgage. That is true. But when you are renting, you are paying mortgage, insurance, taxes, plus some capital gain for the owner. So 30 years from now, to now, you have nothing when you are renting. When you buy the house, somebody paying for you and you are making the money. That making money when you are sleeping. Imagine that instead of one house, I had bought 3 houses. How much is that? 100,000 per 3. 1.2 million. What I did? Nothing. To save some money to give the down payment, and now somebody is paying for something that is making money for me. You want an easier way to do money data? I know a pastor that now is retired. He was transferred several times in Tampa area, here in Tampa. Every time that he was moved, he bought a house. When he was moved, he rented the house. Some headache, that is true. He rented the house. Now, he have like 4 or 5 houses. All of them pay off. The value of the house is like maybe $1.5 million that somebody paid for, and now he's the owner of the money. If he did it, can you do it? Yes, sure. Even the government gives you money when you buy your first house. Go to the government city hall and ask what is the program that you have for first buyer, and they will show you what is the program that they have. Even there are houses that are insurance for the housing department in the government that they are sold to a lower price to people that are first buyer. So you go to the government and say, government, what houses do you have in the area that are insured for the government and now you are selling? Please, I don't have a house. So, and they will tell you, okay, these are the house, or maybe call me in 6 months, or maybe I will call you when the house come to the market, and then you have the fair place of people like you to buy a house under market price with help from the government, and then you will start making money. How? Because every time that you pay your house, one portion of that payment go to the principal, so at the end, you will end up paying off the house and all that money is yours. Another way is called IRA, Individual Retirement Account. If you are employed for a company that have 401k, when every month you said, I want to put some money apart from my retirement, and they will equal that amount to a certain amount. So that money is in the bank making money for you. You put, for example, $12,000 and you end up having $100,000. You can also make money when you sleep, when you put money in the stock market. If you know where to put the money, you know you are going to lose it. But if you put your money in S&P 500, that is a ETF, a chain traded fund that is composed for the 500 major company of the United States, and have an average of 12% of interest in capital gain per year in the last 100 years. That means, I was showing the puzzle, go invest in that ORG, and how much are you going to make it, and they will show you, for example, how old are you? 17. Say, Mom, I want you to do something for me. I want you to put me $100 in my bank account, in investment account, only $100 per month. In 40 years, you will have more than $1 million, only putting $100. But that is in 40 years. If you do it only in 10 years, you are going to make a lot, 10 times less. But you are going to make money. That is the way to make money when you are sleeping. Putting money where the money is growing. What happens if you buy a car? Your money will go down. If you buy real estate, your money will go up. If you put money in a retirement account, your money will go up. There are 2 ways to put money in the retirement account. One is called Roth, and the another one is called traditional. So it's too much information for only one afternoon. But there are many ways that you can make money when you are sleeping. But you have to be wise, you have to save some money, and you have to make a financial plan to follow up. You got my point? Okay.
I just need a little explanation without yes, pretty much you have the will documentation and also for the power attorney, but that one have a other address different at the conference, and he said on the right here the conference will pay $275 if you're single, $325 as a couple. If I send that document to this address, systematically the conference will communicate when to pay that fee for me?
You don't have to send that document to that. You can do it, but you don't have to do it. Go back to your questionnaire.
Okay.
Go to the last page
Go to the last page and here.
in the questionnaire. Yeah. And in the last page said where you have to send the document.
Okay. That's
To
mean
my
all
office.
5 of them send it to the conference.
my office.
Okay.
You
And-
can do it directly with the lawyer office, but you go through the conference is where we know that you really send the document, and then we can pay for when they send the invoice.
That's if I can go. If I go to Orlando with all the documentation, you will fill it out for me.
You will. You can do 1 document, 2 document, 3 document, 4 document, 5 document. The price is the same. That is
Remain
a
the
flat
same.
flat price.
That's in out of my pocket. Only one money order I will send is that $100 to the
$100
conference.
to my conference, to my office.
If everything is perfect, I will have that money back.
Is you finish, not everything is perfect. Nothing is perfect. And also you can change it many times when the lawyer calls you.
Okay, wonderful.
The problem is that you have to finish
Yes.
the process in order to receive the
Finish.
money back.
Okay, thank you so much.
You know, you can leave an offering, whatever you decide.
Yes, I can do that too. Thank you.
But that is the deal. You finish, we will send you the $100 back. No, we don't ask that you leave it to an offering. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
No more question? How many of you understood everything that I said?
I do, but only one thing I have problem with the union money. That's been a 6% of. It's like what I understand, when union, let's say for example the $4 million the Asian church have at their bank, they send 4% back to that church, and other church send 6% of what.
No. You don't have to worry about the 6%.
Yes.
6% is the whole truth.
Yes.
But you don't deal with that. The union only lend money to Seventh-day Adventist institution, no person,
Okay.
no people.
But-
Why not? Because when the union lend the money to this church, if this church doesn't pay, the conference has to pay because the conference is consigned. So
Yes.
the money of investor is secure. But if the union lend money to members, who is going to collect the money?
Yes. But
So you are always making money as a member, you are investor as a member, but you cannot be a lender. So when the church asks for money, the union charge 6%. So who owe money to the union has to pay 6%. Who is investor receive 4%, because has to be a different, because the money that is in the bank,
Okay.
When, for example, let us suppose there are $6 million lended to churches,
okay.
but there are $2 million in deposit.
Okay.
So how much is 6 plus 2? 8 million dollars. How much for the amount that the union is paying interest, 4% interest for the 8 million?
Okay.
The is in the bank and the one that is lended.
Okay.
They are paying 4% to $8 million for $8 million, but only receiving 6% for $6 million. So that made the equivalence.
Okay. But that money who stay at the bank at Union, what the Union do to get that money? If they take that money to invest on some mutual fund or somewhere out to have enough to...
They don't invest money in anything else that in church and schools. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
As long as I know.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I don't know. That is what I know.
Yeah.
Question. In the Union Bank, can, like the Southeastern Conference Union Bank, can anybody put money in there, like open an account to...
When you want to put money in the union, you have to fill out the application. You have to send it to me. I have to assign you the account number. I have to verify that you are a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And then I will send that information to the union. You can send also directly, when I give you the bank account number, you can send directly the form to the union, but the union is going to call me. And even though every month I'm going to receive a copy of everybody that have money in the union and every account. So I will know that your account is over there. Do you want to know how many people have account in the union? No, I can tell you. I can't tell you anyway. So that was that is confidential. And you don't have the power to go to my phone.
So will someone be able to do direct deposit from their...
To make direct deposit is you are conference employees. No.
We have to be employed from the conference to put money.
No, to have direct deposit.
To do direct deposit.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Okay.
Direct deposit. No, you don't have to be.
What about when you want to take that money out? So you guys not going to give
When you want your money out, if the amount is more than 1 million, then you have to tell 15 days before.
What happened if it's not $1 million?
If it's more than 1 million, you need 15 days.
You need 15 days for them to collect the money. If it's less than $1 million, you send me a letter and write it on email. Pastor Gonzalez, I need my money back. I say, Mariel, please reimburse the money to, because they want the process to 2 or 3 people verifying that, that there is no false information. And then they will send the check to you. That's it. The money should be, the minimum amount is $1,000. Should be at least 1 year in the bank. But you need it before, don't worry about it. You will take it.
What is the interest rate when you put the money in there? Like that's the percentage that's going to be?
Right now it's 4%.
4%?
But
Per year or just
per
daily?
year, annually. If you have more than $10,000 in the bank, then you can choose to accrue interest, so the amount can go up, or you can ask that quarterly they send you the capital gain of the money. So you will always will have the 10,000, and then the money that you are making will come back to you quarterly. But it has to be more than 10,000.
It's pretty much having IRA. It's pretty much having, if the money is not reformed, it's pretty much has like an IRA, like a Route 72, like a mutual fund money.
It's like mutual fund.
Yes, when you have that money in union. Okay.
I fired myself. I fired myself. Right.
Ok. On parle poser question dans le créole, s'il vous plaît, mes amis. Ok. Compte tenu de problèmes, capable de difficultés financières que parfois un pile d'église a confronté.
Considering the financial difficulties that most churches are confronted,
Okay. Est-ce que l'église n'a pas gain droit invest. Oui. Est-ce que vous n'avez pas un droit capable investir money pour aider et grandir financièrement?
Can the churches not invest money so that they can grow? Do the churches not have the right to invest so that they can come out of their problems?
The basic way for churches to invest is serve. The basic way for you to invest can be something different.
Okay.
Why? When you invest in the stock market, there are members that are going to be questioning, is that investment is in a company that have tobacco involved, that have coffee involved, that have alcohol involved, that have war material involved, that are, and when I tell you that, it's because people have questioned me about it. You know? Also, when you invest in the stock market, in the long term, the money is going to go up, but in the short term, sometimes can come down. And, for example, I know somebody that invests $1 million, and at the end of the year, there was 925,000. And then came the questioning. You will want to kill the pastor because the pastor was responsible for investing the money. But if the another year, instead of 925, now there are 1,050,000, because that happened, that is real, that is no, you know. So there was a year that the market was really bad, but then the another year, 2023 was good, 2022 was very bad, you know. So now it's not the fault of the pastor. Now it was the church who invests the money. So when the money go up, the church is investing. When the money goes down, the pastor is investing. And always the same. Always the same. In every relationship, it's the same. When the wife invests money, the husband saying, how what you are if the money go up? If the money come down, and said, are you crazy? You are putting us in this? So when you invest in SERF, that is a 7-day Adventist institution who don't pay you the most amount but never come down. So always the church and the pastor are investing together. You got it? But more churches with financial problem is not because of money. Most churches with financial problem is on spiritual issues. If you like the pastor, the church do well. If the church don't like the pastor, financial are in trouble. And that is in every church that you go. You can see that wherever certain pastor move, churches go up. And wherever some pastor go, churches go down. There are pastors that are specialists in a small group. And that is a joke. Pastor, a small group, especially in a small group, don't mean that may is from a small group of church, but pastors don't make churches in a small group. They got the church, and at the end, they have a handful of people. So we have to be very careful. We as a pastor need to know, to understand that not in everywhere that we go, we will do well. Because there are factors that doesn't depend on us. But pastor, we as pastors have to understand that we are not the owner. We are the manager. We are here not to fulfill my program. We are here to fulfill the program of God. We are here not to ask for money to turn on the light. We are here to ask for faithfulness, to be grateful to God. And when you put the eyes on God, you will never have financial problem. Because God said, if you are faithful, I'm going to bless you. And whatever is the blessing of God, there are abundance of resources.
I know you understood everything he said.
Voulez-vous traduire pour nous, s'il vous plaît?
I know you understood everything he said. Okay, where do you want, which part do you want translation?
Question 1, est-ce que l'Église doit investir pour aider dans problème
Okay, so
L'argent,
let's
yes.
repeat the answer to his original question. So, can the churches invest to help them with their finances?
That is my recommendation.
So the
Invest
answer
money.
is yes, c'est ça recommandé que l'Église yo invest with the union. Because
Est-ce que Béthanie est engagée dans ça déjà?
so this question is for who now? For the pastor or for who? Who's the question? He wants to know if Béthanie is already doing that. So,
I don't know.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nobody can invest what they don't have.
Pa gen person ki kapab investi sa yo pa gen.
That is my purpose here this afternoon.
Et c'est raison ça qui fait que m'la après-midi
To know you how to make money.
pour m capable aider nous
To,
connaître
to
comment
teach you how to make money.
pour enseigner nous comment nous capable faire l'argent.
To teach you to enter in a intimate relationship with God.
Pour m capable enseigner nous pour nous entrer dans une relation intime avec bon Dieu.
To ask you, to encourage you to make a plan that your offering be equal to your tithe.
Pour encourager nous pour nous capable faire un plan côté que offrande nous égal à dîme nous.
And if the church offering is equal or close to the amount of tithe, the church will never have financial trouble.
Et si offrande yo égal à dîme yo, l'église yo pas jamais gen problème finance.
Quand on fait tout le monde silence, oui.
I'm just the interpreter, that's all I do.
It's not, we was talking, most of us would like to do it, but sometimes it's not possible to do it to put, 10% offering and 10% tithe, and or 20% tithe, 10% offering. It's easy, like it sounds really good, but for some of us, it's not low, it's not easy.
When your eyes are bigger than your pocket, it's impossible.
Les yeux nous plus grands que poche nous, c'est laisse aller impossible.
I'm being drastic.
Yeah.
God doesn't ask you to give what you don't have.
Bon Dieu pas mandé nous pour nous bailler ça nous pas gagner.
I said, we understand, but it's good. Like it sounds good. Like some people wanna do it, but like sometimes when they ask for, they come in and talk to us like say, give this amount for offering with the tithe. It's beautiful. Be glad you to do it, but sometimes it's not.
Okay, let me repeat this. God doesn't ask you for what you don't have. So the problem is that when you make $5 per hour is not enough. But when you make $25 per hour is also not enough. Because we as humans tend to spend all that we are making. So if I have money, I'm going to buy a new car even though the one that I'm driving is good. Only because my neighbor have a new car and then I want a new car. And change the word want for need. Instead of that, if you delay gratification and invest that $500 per month per car in a investment account, at the end of 5 years, so you are using your car, instead of 5 years, you're using 10, 15 years the car. At the end of those 5 years, no, you only will have your 25,000, but maybe 50,000 because the capital gain of your investment. So when you keep spending all the money that you are making, you will never will have anything. But when you put God first as a God, you have promised that if I'm faithful, you are going to bless me. Let me be frugal. Let me have a plan in writing. Let me give 2% now in offering. But if you continue to bless me, I will keep my expenses at the same level. So I will use my increase in my salary every year to try to increase my offering and to save some money to invest it. So I can have money when the need comes to help. And then God will open your eyes, will open the window in heaven, the door in heaven, and the blessing will come down. I'm not saying that. God say that. Little by little. You never should spend more than 60% of the money that you are making. If you spend more than 60% of the money that you are making in fixed payment, you are in trouble.
Si nous dépensons plus que 60% de l'argent que vous avez touché dans fixed expenses, nous avons un problème.
If you are making $3,000, you can be able to live with $1,800. That's it.
Donc, si vous touchez 3,000, vous êtes supposé capable de vivre avec 1,800.
Because 40% is tithe, is offering, is investment, and is also for your tree, for life. So you have to have a balance where you can play. For example, I can choose if today I want to buy one steak, $7 per pound, or one steak, $18 per pound, or one egg, 30 cents per egg. I will be satisfied at the end of the year. My stomach will be full, but the expenses are a lot different. It's a lot different when you buy round ball beef or when you buy ribeye or when you buy, let me see, mignon steak, or when you buy, depend. So when you don't have a plan in writing, it's easy to go to the store and spend a lot of money that you end up maybe giving out to somebody because you can't eat all that you buy. If you have food stamp, for example, then why are you spending that much money in food? You can buy in public very good stuff, and you can buy in Aldi good stuff, but the difference in price is very big. So there are many ways that you can do better if you want to do it.
I can truly understand you. Number one, we don't get food stamp in the church. No matter how old you are, they don't give us food stamp down. I think we don't get food stamp. You see, in this town, they don't give us food stamp. This church right here, I don't know, maybe a few old elderly that's in Social Security, but they don't give you food stamp. When we apply and they look at the address, they say, we're sorry. They don't even call us for it. Okay, number two, for us to live a good life, we try to eat, what the best for the body to be nourished. If we go to the store, if I go to the store, I am not not trying to buy, like, what do you call it? The chicken that's already expired yesterday. Because if it's expired yesterday, I'm not getting it because I'm going to put it in the freezer. I don't know how long I'm going to cook it. And then I don't want it because it's expired. The date on it say expired. So I'm trying to buy, what's fresh. When I go to the fish market.
Aldi fresh and it's cheap.
Aldi?
Yeah.
Aldi is the most expensive market in town. I don't see anything cheap in Aldi.
Let me ask you a question. Where were you born?
I was born in Haiti.
Okay.
And I grew up over here. And I'm a shopper addict. Before I put my money on something, I have to win. When Publix have sell buy one get one free, you're gonna see me there.
Let me ask you a question. I never saw a chicken expire in Cuba.
No. It's fresh because that's what I was telling my sisters. It's a live chicken. It's a live chicken.
Remember,
it's fresh.
remember.
You grab the chicken, you kill it, and you eat it. No expired.
As long as the meat is frozen, there is no expiring.
Oh.
Expiring is the selling in capitalism. As long as the food is frozen, there is no expiring. And most of the time, they don't say expiring. They said good up to.
Sell by.
Because they know that if the fruit is not raw, there is no expiring. They know that if the meat is frozen, there is no expiring. They know that when you fish, when you go fishing, for example, I go fishing every year to Marathon Key, and I keep frozen my fish for the whole year until July again to the next year. And always is fresh. Do you know what is the trick? When you don't take the scale out of the fish, as long as you have the fish frozen without taking out of the freezer, the fish will be fresh. As soon as you take the scale out, you better eat it, or it's not, next day it's going to look bad. But there is no light expiring. That is the marketing in order to make more money.
Yeah, we agree with some of that.
How a raw rice can expire? Yeah.
When you see those little bugs on it, it's expired.
That's when it expires.
In our country, when you got the rice, that is from one year to another, and never is expired.
We don't have enough to keep it in there like 2 for it to be.
Is what I'm telling you, and that good for whatever is capitalism. It's the way that the store make money, but really it's not bad. You know, wine. We don't drink wine. But when you, what was what we drink today? That was the apple cider without alcohol. Yeah. You know when it tastes better? As older as the cider is, the better is the taste. No alcohol, you know, but then they become a little spicy. And then when you drink it, you become a little happy, more happy.
Pastor, I do have a question. When is it better to pass if you are elderly, right? When is it better to pass your possessions? Like if you have a home, is it better to transfer it to your children while you are alive, or is it better to transfer it at your death?
The answer for me is never do it. Don't transfer your property when you are alive, because in your house always will be a room for your children, but in your children's house never will be a room for you if you don't have money.
Okay.
That is the sad reality. My children come to my home without asking me but for me to go to my child's house, I have to call before to see if they are available.
2 weeks. You have to call 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah, that's true. And they will kick you out of the property. So for me, transfer your property now, but with the condition, like in the will, like in the Lady Bird deed, that only God transfer when you die.
When you die.
As long as you have property, people will love you. As soon as you have nothing or you transfer your property, you will be a burden, even for the people that you love.
Yes. Sad reality.
You know who is the better grandpa? The one who has money in the bank.
Yes.
I was supposed to be in a meeting at 4:30. I asked them. I asked them to call me. They have not called me. Maybe the meeting has not started yet.
Moi, passer à question, sister a posé, les plus bon pour mettre le nom trust fund.
Les plus bon pour mettre quoi? Non, just one.
Si mon nan bénéficiaire là,
OK.
dans trust fund, la mieux, même l'heure où tu as une balle property à l'heure où mourir ou bien, quel que soit l'heure, il pas gagner pour le payer taxe sous cob la souli.
Okay, so again, I think it's answer to the same question. It's better to put the beneficiary to a trust so that they don't have to pay tax on the property that transferred to them.
Personally, I don't have answer to that question. It's something that I have to ask to the lawyer. When you transfer through a Lady Bird deed, you lose nothing because it's not considered yet in the state of Florida as a donation. So you are donating, but you are not donating because there is no donation until you die. For example, if you are receiving Medicaid and you transfer your property to your children, and the government realizes that the government is not going to give you any more benefit until they think that that amount was already spent. For example, you transfer your property to your boy, and the house's value in the house is 100,000 in capital gain. They don't pay you any social security benefit. I'm not talking about retirement account. I'm talking benefit. Until, for example, they in SSI are paying you 1,000 per month. They will wait 100 months in order to pay you again, or Medicaid or whatever. When you transfer to Lady Bird, you lose nothing. When you transfer through your property through a trust, I don't know. I have to ask the lawyer. Because when you have a house, then you have something that is called homestead exemption. But I don't know if you put the house under a trust name that you can have homestead exemption. Now you will have to pay taxes for the whole amount. So, and that is very painful. So you have to be very careful with the financial move that you made. Yeah. Your taxes, yeah. Let me say this that I should have said before. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only awakening in you curiosity to do better financially. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not legal bounded for anything that I'll say. I'm trying to do my best in helping my friends, my family, my church, but I'm not a legal advisor. Before you doing anything financially, you should go to a professional financial advisor that have a license, that is insurance, that if something happen, their insurance is going to pay for your mistake because they send you to do it. I don't have insurance, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only trying to help with the information that I have. I'm certified, yes, I'm General Conference certified to do this kind of training, but not to advise do this or do that. I only express or share the knowledge that I know that I have, but that's it. Before doing any financial move, go to a professional and then got the advisement and then made the move.
Ce qui est important pour nous changer, c'est avant que nous fassions n'importe décision ou bien pas qui grand, c'est pour nous chercher un advisor qui licencié, qui assuré avant que lui-même lui dit qu'il pas un financial advisor. Il est seulement là pour capable conseiller nous, pour nous faire des.
So now I need a picture with you. Pastor Ma used to say, one picture say more than many words. So in order to present to my administrator why am I spending and traveling, I have to show the picture. I did this and this is the picture.
Okay.
So let us take the picture and let me go home. Please.
Okay.
Another question. That is the last one. Okay.
Est-ce que comme nous capables de mettre dans l'union, est-ce que c'est comme un CD la pied ou bien un investissement la pied?
So, in money that we put to the union, is that considered a CD or is it considered an investment?
We don't have CD. CDs means CD certificate of deposit is what that means. In a certificate of deposit, you have penalty if you take the money before. In the union, it's only investment because you lose nothing. You can take the money out when you need it, and that's it. There is no, for that reason, it's called revolving fund, because the money come in and come out, come in and come out, come in and come out. Somebody's putting, somebody taking out, revolving, and there is no penalty. It's considered investment. Every quarter, you have the right to ask me how much do I have. Every quarter. No, you are not going to see the real money as long as I know. Okay. I don't have money in sort of account. I don't have money, just
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have to ask or will there be
Statement.
a statement sent?
The basic way for you. How old are you?
I'm 40 plus.
She's 40 plus. She's in her 40s.
I'm in my 40s, the late plus. I'm 49.
You are young. For you, it's okay, investment in self. For people like me in the 60s, it's too late. For me, the best investment is in real estate. Because why in real estate? There is something that is called doors. And you are making money in the amount of the doors that you have in the house. For example, if you buy a house and you rent the house, the renting amount is only to cover for the mortgage. If something happens in the house, you have to take your money out of the pocket. But then, if you buy a shed and you put in the patio, good shed, and make a little apartment, and then if you take the garage and open a door in the side and make a little apartment, the house will pay the mortgage, but the money for the apartment in the garage and in the backyard shed, that is the money that monthly is going to come to your pocket. So now you are making money when you are sleeping, and somebody else is paying the debt. If the party paying the debt move out of the house, you still have the money from the two apartments to pay for the mortgage. You don't have to take anything out of your pocket. So now you have a continued amount of money coming out to your pocket, and also you will have the capital gain that increase every month when the property go up. The property can come down, don't worry about it. Everything in real estate come down, but also go up. and they go more up than what they come down. And if the property come down, don't be crazy. That is the good opportunity to buy another one. And then to let the money go up, somebody's paying for it, it's not you. So somebody's paying for it and you are making the money. So the best way to make money when you are in your 50 is real estate market. Even more if you have some knowledge, or your husband have some knowledge about handyman. So you don't have to pay for little repairment and you will be making money. If you are in your 50, when you retire 15 years from now, with 3 property, you will have around more than $500,000 in capital gain. Plus, you will be making money every month. So that is nice to go to Europe without money out of your pocket. Somebody pay for you to travel.
Okay, yeah.
So where is the best place? Right? Can you take the...
Let me remove the table.
Ok, avant nous prier, so we want to say thank you to Dr. Gonzalez. So we're going to wave our hand to say thank you to Doctor. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Okay. And Sister Evelyn, on pas chanter pour nous rester avec nous. And then Dr. Gonzalez is going to bless us. We're going to do the last prayer for us. So she's going to sing first, and then not the whole thing, you know.
Reste avec nous, Seigneur, le jour décline, la nuit s'approche, nos menaces tous, nous implorons ta présence divine. Reste avec nous, Seigneur, reste avec nous. Dans nos combats, si ta main nous délaisse, Satan vainqueur nous, meurtri de ses coups, que ta puissance arme notre faiblesse. Reste avec nous, Seigneur, reste avec nous. Sous ton regard, la joie est sainte et bonne. Près de ton cœur, les pleurs même sont doux. Sois que ta main nous frappe pour nous couronne. Reste avec nous, Seigneur, reste avec nous.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the day that you have gave us. You have given life, time, happiness, and a holiday to worship you. Now that this day has come to a conclusion, we are asking that is coming. Let this church, every member, every part of this great family of God, do well, protective for you and for your angels. And at the end, when you come, let us be with you forever and ever. Oh God, be in this place, in this church, in this community, in every home, in every house. Oh God, bring you protection and blessing. We are asking again and doing that because we know that there is power.
Amen.